welcome back. Sorry for the troubles. I had to restart a whole bunch of things, but we're back. Matt, I think we're talking about services, right?
It's good. It's good. We're good.
Yep, no, we're good. We're talking about backup exact and this file called
Yeah,
BE
BE the
start.
B start. Okay, I was talking with this client who's never in the office. So they have one computer, which is never there for, and he's not there to change his tapes. So he said, "Well, look, just change the tape, just change the back of the backup once a week." He said, "I'll come in at least once a week to change the tape." That was his thinking. Well, he doesn't. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you,
Okay.
but we just went offline again.
Yeah. So, uh, he's never there to check his backup. He's never there to change the tapes. And I had to connect one time because some things weren't working. He said he couldn't get mail, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Well, the hard drive was full. So I said, okay, well, your hard drive is full, which is strange because you have a server that you don't use.
Wait. The hard drive on the client or the hard drive on
Um,
his server?
Hello?
Yeah,
It's quiet. Okay, I'm sorry.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
this is the bad connection. So, um, I connect to it. I use tree size free. I went and saw um, what was taking the space up. And what I found was it was a bunch of crash logs from Symantec. It was generating a crash log every few seconds. So after a week, the hard drive would fill up. So you can stop the services, delete the log files, restart the service. But as soon as you start the service, the crash jumps would start again, which is strange because if you have a tape in the drive, the backup still works.
Okay.
But it's generating these crash logs constantly. Now, I've tried to, they have pending, there's updates available for Backup Exec, but when you try and do anything with Backup Exec, even editing the job, it, it gives an error and Backup Exec closes. So I can't do anything with Backup Exec. I can't run Backup Exec, the live update. I can't do anything. But
What
the
version
backup,
is this?
I think it's 11,
Okay.
11D, I think, or
Okay.
so I can't do anything with it. And now I said, look, we need to uninstall this and then reinstall it, or we need to move to a different type of backup system. Let me know what you want to do. He says, well, I don't want to spend too much time on it. He said, but the backup works. I said, yeah, it works, but your hard drive's filling up, which prevents your email from working. So while he's deciding what he's going to do, and this is in like 5 months, I remember the BE start, and there's a BE stop.
Okay.
So what I did for him is I two scheduled tasks. His backup is only takes a couple hours to run, full system backup once a week. I I ran a scheduled task for BE start a few minutes before the backup job's supposed to start, and the backup takes about 2 hours. So I did another scheduled task to run the BE stop about an hour after it's supposed to finish.
So then,
Just
if it stopped, it can't crash and it can't create these logs.
right. So the difference is every day it's only generating maybe 100 megs or less of crash jumps, but it's not generating 60 gigabytes over the week. Now I told him this is a temporary solution. I've got to fix this when you let me know what you want to do because we told them you should just get rid of the server. We shouldn't
Sure.
have had it to begin with. We just need to get rid of it. You're not using it. You're never there. The first choice is get rid of it. Second choice, I need to get the software, spend some time uninstalling, reinstalling, and seeing if that fixes it. But that BE start and BE stop came in useful there just for this issue. Now I'm not saying you should ever have to use that. This is a complete hack and workaround.
Right. I
But
mean, if the guy doesn't want to pay you and to fix it or upgrade to go to a different solution,
yeah,
and
well, he doesn't. He's never there to create any data. He has no data. His email's coming in once in a while. That's really what we're running a backup for. Now for him, I told him we can do hosted exchange. You have a server for no reason. We can get you a hosted exchange for $10 a month, and that if that's all you're using it for, you won't notice any difference because your Outlook will still work, your phone will still work with ActiveSync. It'll just be a different address they connect to, same email address. But this is a hack to try and get this stuff not for his hard drive to stop crashing because I was tired of connecting every few days to delete the log files so it wouldn't crash.
Wow, I mean, that just seems like there's something seriously wrong. I mean, on
Yeah,
his end, you know.
definitely. I can't even edit the backup job. I can't do anything with it, or backup exec will give an error and crash.
Hmm.
So as long as you don't touch it, the backup will run. It'll run.
So,
Even even when the backup job is running, it's generating these crash logs, which is very strange.
all right. So to make it clear, you would fix it for him. It's just that he doesn't want to pay you to fix it. As long as it works, he's fine, right?
Right. Well, he's trying to decide what he wants to do. He's trying to decide if he wants to spend the money to fix it or if he wants to do some other kind of backup solution or what. He doesn't know what he wants to do, but he's been thinking about it for months. So
Now, if you wanted like to fix it, what's the direction that you would do? Would you uninstall a backup exec and reinstall it and set up the job?
yeah, that's what I would do first as a first step to
Okay.
see try and get those logs from crashing. I would uninstall, reinstall before I do anything else. After you install, run all the latest patches
Exactly.
and updates, and then see what happens after that. And
Especially,
actually,
yes.
I probably wouldn't even create a job log. I'd probably reinstall, do the patches, and just let it be open and see if I keep getting the crash logs.
hmm Especially in this case where you only have one actual user. You know, it's a lot easier to recreate that job compared to if you had, more.
Yeah, I mean, it's just basically we're just doing a full backup of the system every night or once a week now.
Okay.
And then he's never there. So even though the services are running, he's he he forgets to put the tape in. So he might get it back up once every couple of months. Question in the chat: how about logging a call with Symantec? If I didn't get anywhere with the uninstall and reinstall, and he wanted to pursue it, I would open a case with Symantec. Now, when you buy this backup exec, you can buy it with basically with support or without support. So um, we don't usually sell it with the support. So when you call Symantec, they're going to want to know if you have support, and if you don't, they're going to want you to buy it. Um, now, I'm not saying you should do this, but let's just say you have 30 clients all running backup exec 11D, and one of them had support. You could call with that serial number and get support.
Matt, that never happens.
No, I'm wondering if that would. I'm just wondering out loud if that would work.
Yeah.
I suspect it would.
But either
Um,
way, if you can get a hold of and support to help you hammer it out, I mean that's the best route because that's what you pay for. If you pay for maintenance and support, use them. I don't care if you call them 10 times a day. If it doesn't work, that's what you pay for. Uh, some of the applications that we use in the past, I mean, I won't name them, but $5,000, $10,000 a year just for maintenance. So if I had a problem,
right.
I call them up.
Right. In his case, what I would do, since he's not on the newest version of Backup Exec, I would probably say, look, now's a good time since we're going to uninstall. Let's just bump up to the latest version.
Sure.
And because when you get the latest version, I think you do have some support, maybe 30 days or something.
hmm
So if you have problems installing it then you could call with it. But that's all part of his overall decision of how he wants to proceed with his server that's not being used except to generate crash dumps.
Yeah. I've used a backup exec for years, going back to version 8, and it is great. It is a resource hog. When you go edit a job, it might seem a little bit clunky. That's the word I'm gonna use, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's pretty rock solid and does your backups. So.
Yeah. It, as a side note, I talked about RDX drives before.
hmm
God, those things are annoying. I'm sorry.
Where is that?
Well, it's a backup to disk basically, but setting those things up the right way can be very tricky because the tapes will fill up, and then you'll get a call saying the backup's not working. The error is backup whatever couldn't mount or no free hard drive space. I really don't want to use them anymore.
Gotcha.
They're pretty annoying. I'm trying to convince my partners not to use that anymore.
So what would be your tape of choice?
But, well, I'd prefer I'll get back to the LTO tapes.
Okay.
Um, but what we've been doing lately is a backup server that's running some certain software. So you put this server in place, and basically you just put an agent on the servers or the workstations, and that backs up the server or workstations, whoever has the agent installed, back to this server, and this server can do replication off site. So
Oh, okay.
there's no. That's what we've been putting. We put it in a few places where we were testing it. It seems to work pretty well. Um,
Now, where do you replicate the data to? Is it a server in your office or somewhere in the
No,
cloud?
the one we've been testing. I forgot to look up the name. They have servers that